Summerslam leaked match card. How's it going, my wrestling heroes? Now, it's been reported that the official Summerslam match card has been leaked. Some matches that are confirmed. Now, the one thing that you have to keep in mind that when it comes to these leaked cards, these match cards, they're subject to change. I mean, usually when WWE finds out that, everyone has found out as to what we're expecting come in the near future, they end up changing it. So, again, come Monday night or come tonight, I'm sure we'll find out exactly what's going down with some of these matches, especially the Universal title. This one right here, this is a safe assumption that everybody knows about this one. The Undertaker versus John Cena. We are going to get Undertaker one more time. And this, I really don't understand. What kind of rematch is this? If you guys didn't see the Greatest Royal Rumble, it was a squash match. It's what it was. John Cena went in there, he took the pin, and it was fairly quick. It was expected. Taker, he had just come back from, a long overdue return, and Cena, the man looked like he was ready, but apparently not. So I don't know what to think of this. Hey, I'm still hyped. I'm always excited to see two of the greatest of all time go at it one more time. But yes, Undertaker versus John Cena. Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles for the WWE title. Nothing has happened as of yet. I mean, and it is 1 month to go, believe it or not. I mean, SummerSlam, it's going to occur on the 19th of next month. So this, having no build-up to it, I mean, really the only thing that Joe has been doing as of late is doing squash matches. They've made him strong. They made him look strong to where he can eventually go up against the WWE title. But again, I'm sure more will develop here in the near future. But yes, it will be Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles for the WWE title. For the U.S. title, it is supposed to be a triple threat match. Randy Orton against Shinsuke Nakamura against Jeff Hardy. Now, Randy, he's made a comeback. We've seen as to who is the target. Jeff Hardy is the safe target. So there's two heels, one face in this match. See, this is going to play out to where obviously they'll end up teaming up on him. And keep in mind that with a triple threat match, pinfall, submission, if it occurs on anybody, it doesn't have to necessarily occur on Shinsuke Nakamura. Victory can be determined that way. So I can see them teaming up on him. Shinsuke Nakamura, he's going to use those tactics. I feel like both of them are going to use those dirty tactics because you guys didn't see that last SmackDown. That's what this man's all about. But yes, it's going to be a triple threat match for the U.S. title. This has not been confirmed yet, but it's going to happen. I mean, there's no official opponents yet for the SmackDown Tag Team titles, but really the only team that has stood out to me as of late, it's got to be Sanity. I'm sure Sanity will eventually come up, and this would actually be this is something that I would enjoy. They have very similar characteristics, but yes, it'll be Sanity versus the Bludgeon Brothers for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Here's one that we've all wanted for a couple of years. Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. No title on the line. Really nothing on the line except to determine as to who is one of the best in SmackDown. Yes, Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. The Raw Women's title is going to be Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss. Now, Ronda, she's going to need to bring somebody with her. Alexa, she's going to have her trusty Mickie James aside. She's going to help out in one way or another. But you know what? This is cool. I know a lot of people don't necessarily agree with Ronda being in the title picture, but I feel like she's done more than enough to show the people as to what she is capable in the ring. But yes, Ronda versus Alexa for the Raw Women's title. The B Team versus the Revival versus Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt. Now, I don't see why these will be in the match. I mean, I guess, they're due for a rematch. But Matt Hardy, he's been tweeting as of late that he says that it's time to move on. Now, it raises two questions. Either A, it's supposed to be moving on from this team, or B, going on to retirement. I mean, the guy's up there, man, and he's taken a lot of falls to call it a day. Now, the Revival, they've actually picked up some decent wins over top superstars, such as, Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley a few weeks back. So I can see them, why they would be thrown into this. But yes, the B Team will be defending the Raw Tag Team titles. Another one that's not on the match card, it is for the IC title. No official match scheduled, at least on the card as of yet. But this is just something that I think would work out. And, it might change. Again, I'm sure we'll find out when actually because Dean Ambrose, he is the one that's supposed to be scheduled to return at SummerSlam, or a little bit early or after. It's going to happen one or the other. But either A, right, he gets his IC title match against Dolph Ziggler, and of course, Drew McIntyre, he would be there at ringside. And of course, this is when Dean Ambrose would make his return and help him out to win the IC title. Or what it could be is that he could make his debut, maybe the week after or the week before SummerSlam and have like a tag match. And of course, there wouldn't be a title on the line. And it wouldn't be the first time that they haven't put one of the main titles on the line on one of the biggest events of the year. But yes, Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler, or like I said, a tag team match versus Drew McIntyre and Ziggler. This one right here has been developing over the last month or so, maybe even two. But, I mean, they've tried a lot of things, right? They've tried the counseling thing. They've tried just about everything to make amends, but it doesn't seem like it's leading that way. It will be Sasha Banks against Bayley for, I don't know, either to finally end this or eventually become friends again. The last one that I want to point out that's also not on the match card right here, I mean, you can't have a SummerSlam without the Monster in the Bank, right? Or Balor, KO, or Constable. Now, again, this could be like a great number one contender spot for the IC title, have like a fatal four-way, or B, again, I'm throwing a tag match in there. Have the heels against the face. This right here, either or, I think both would work well. Come to think of it, there's a lot of superstars that are not on this actual card. I mean, this one right here is on the actual match card, but as far as SmackDown, I mean, you got Rusev Day still, you still got the New Day that are not on that card, and again, they will eventually be added, but for the time being, this is one of the matches that is supposed to come about. It's supposed to be, of course, Carmella, SmackDown Women's title. James should most likely be there. I'm assuming the guy will still have a job by then. And then Becky Lynch. I think Charlotte, she would also be a good candidate, but again, as of right now, according to the match card, this is it for the SmackDown Tag Team title, or the women's title. If you saw the cover of the photo, I mean, it's a safe assumption that you know what the match will be for the Universal title, right? Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Will Brock show up, though? That's kind of the question. I think that's the question for a lot of people. He is still scheduled. I mean, the guy still has to do one more match under his contract, and, the match that is scheduled, it is supposed to be at SummerSlam. This actually, again, tonight we'll find out a little bit more. After all, we do have a number one contender spot for this spot. It's Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns. But, if one of them ends up winning, let's say, just for Roman's, or for Vinny's sake, let's say Big Dog wins, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a one-on-one for the Universal title. I see what I see playing out, because again, it's always changing. It's always more of like a last-minute thing when it comes to WWE. Let's say that does occur. And then something like the week before, or even 2 weeks prior to the actual event, Bobby Lashley gets his rematch to be thrown into that. That's one thing that I see happening. But again, we'll find out come tonight. This is just something that has been leaked, you guys. Give me some of your thoughts, though. I would love to hear as to some of the matches that you would like to see that haven't been confirmed, or just, some of the matches. Again, these are not predictions. We'll do predictions little bit later on in the month, come next month when the actual pay-per-view comes around. This is just something that has been brought up as far as the actual matches. Until next time, everybody.